This is the little thing I recorded for the stand-up in Toronto Tweetup. I just wanted to explain that my phone's battery was really low. So some of the acts a little truncated, a little choppy. Listen, I'm not professional. What do you want from me? Okay? I'm just letting you know there's some problems. But you get a gist of what happened at the Toronto Tweetup, at the the comics of Twitter. And pretty much the only thing we're only missing was the host, which is unfortunate. The host was actually amazing, so I do apologize to him. I made the rookie mistake of not bringing my charger cable. I'm a moron. Go ahead and say it. I mean, you can say it, I won't hear you because it's recorded, and I can't hear everything through the internet. But that's neither here nor there. Now listen to me. Please enjoy this. It was a hilarious show. The one that stole it for me was Heino, this German comic, just killed it. So, but anyways, please enjoy.
The whole tweet up. I don't know, who really did what, but, give it up for them. I'm excited to be here. All right, jokes. So, Nicolas Cage and John Travolta walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, why the wrong face?" Speaking of face off, guys, you remember that story about that bath salt zombie that ate the other guy's face? Well, it turns out there was no bath salts actually involved. It was just weed in his system, which totally makes sense to me because I'd eat anything when I got the munchies. People's all you got around here? All right, I'll eat that. Nah, I don't really smoke weed. In spite of the hair and the amount that I say dude in regular conversations, like to my boss and my dad and stuff. I don't really smoke weed because I'm afraid of getting addicted. Not to marijuana, but to marijuana paraphernalia. It's a slippery slope once you start buying bongs to marijuana leaf hoodies and socks, pins and posters. Marijuana is just a gateway drug, really. The worst addiction, I think, though, is being addicted to interventions. My family doesn't know what to do with me. No, nothing. All right, we're gonna have fun though. Yo, my name's Joseph. As you know, I know you guys have seen it around the internet a little bit, but that's how you pronounce it. It's like Jesus and Moses put together. So as you may have guessed, my parents had pretty high expectations for me. I thought the least I could do is go for the look. My friends call me the pussy wrestler, which is because I look like a wrestler, but like a pussy one. Joseph the don't hit me man part. Another thing about myself is, I'm very opinionated, and I don't really care to be politically correct. For example, I still think that white is the superior rice. I just do not care for brown rice at all. And I don't care who I offend about that, White rice is better for sushi, for butter chicken, for just steak and peas. It's white rice. It's way better. But the Browns try to come in and take all the good jobs. I'm not going to stand for that. What can I say? Growing up, my family was very racist. But seriously, guys, I'm not a bigot. I'm the opposite of a bigot, really. I mean, I guess I'm the opposite of a gay, black, female bigot. I'm none of those things. But I am against race mixing, though, like triathlons. Let's just keep this sporting event separate, in my opinion. And don't get me started on the buys. Ruining the sanctity of shooting things and skiing, if you ask me. Sorry, guys. I gotta check my notifications. No stars yet. I think I'm a lot like David Bowie in the movie The Labyrinth, because I wear tight pants and I like to sing and play with puppets, and I've abducted a baby. I found him at the back of the strip club. It was like taking baby from a candy. You people are supposed to be on Twitter. What is with these The dirty stuff you people write. Don't get me started. Right. Taking baby from a candy. That's the punchline. Alright, yeah, you know, kidnapping and shoplifting are fun and all, but I don't take things too seriously. I found out that I'm not really ready to be a dad because I don't take shit from no one. And he just kept trying to give me all this shit. So I had to release him into the wild. And, you know, you guys are really tough right now. I know I'm the first, but we're getting there. Babies love me though. And, you know, I think it's because, you know, they stare at me, they laugh at me and stuff. I think it's because they're not sure if I'm a boy or a girl. Like David Bowie in the Library. You know, it was good. My ex-wife and I never had kids. Yeah, I'm happy about that. Her birth control method was disdain. That's what it was called. So, the closest thing that we got to was guinea pigs. And we had 2 guinea pigs. Anybody out there had guinea pigs ever? Yeah, the dumbest, stupid animals ever. I know, twice for you tonight. So dumb. They just sit there their whole lives in one spot of this cage, just afraid of the whole world, afraid of everything. After loving them, you know, for years, I would still put my hand in there and they would freak out like I was gonna rape them. So I had to slap them around until they stopped fighting back a little bit. They stopped struggling, I just want to cuddle. Jeez, right? So, but, you know, after a while, a milky film grew over one of its eyes, and the other one had this big tumor in its ass. So we had to put it down. And I told, you know, my wife at the time that it was the best thing for them, but really I just hated those things. But I didn't know how to do it, you know, like I put them in a bag, and I don't, you know, what do we do? I don't know. So yeah, I just said, may the odds be ever in your favor, and release them into the wild. I prayed all the time that they would evolve, but they're just the worst Pokemon. Yeah, I was pretty depressed for a while, you know, after when we first got separated. Not like I was going to kill myself for anything, but I did spread Lego around my house, so it was a pretty painful time for me. One thing about this relationship that I haven't told a lot of people, she was kind of abusive. You know, she would used to pin me down and give me titty twisters. Feels good to get that off my chest. So I'm single. I've been single for a long time. The other day, I put some steak sauce on my waffles just so it would taste a little bit more like dinner. That's how single I am. But being single is not all bad, you know. Look at Kraft cheese, for example. There's singles in love in it. Sometimes I loiter outside of Victoria's Secret just so people think I have a girlfriend. It works. But, you know, it's hard to pick up girls. Like, pick-up lines, they never work. One time I was at this bar, and I saw this gorgeous girl. And so I said, tried it out. Hey girl, are you a baseball player? Because I'm sitting down and watching you from a distance. Next time I won't just mumble it in the corner to myself. But I love you guys.
Toronto's nice. It's really nice. Thanks. See? What am I saying? Toronto's nice. A little too nice. Kind of like, you guys are going to convert me to a religion against my will. Or maybe offer me candy and shove me in an oven, right? So this is my third tweet up now that I've been to. I cannot believe what an amazing group you guys are. I think this is probably, let's see, I went to Seattle. I was done by Skullcat. Vegas, Shrubby, are you out there?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And Toronto, brought to you by Blind Calamity and Arrogant Walk. I think this is probably the farthest I've ever traveled to meet crazed, highly medicated psychos, dirty, disgusting, sensitive soul whores, bloodthirsty cocaine addicts, and of course, all of you. I am 40, divorced, Mexican and Filipino. But no matter how you look at me, I'm good at cleaning. I've been single way too long. I'm now like a type, you know, like a fetish, if you will. I'm like Antique Roadshow. But like, despite my 40-year-old, I'm artesian. Like fine wine or cheese. And I also carry my reproductive eggs in a Ziploc bag. So anytime I meet a hottie, I say, hey, want to milk my eggs? That was a fish mating term. Canadians know that. That was for the Americans. Canadians are smarter than Americans. That's right. I see my dates assessing my blue book value over drinks and dinner. One leans over to me and says, so why are you still single? Because I overreact to small talk, you little bitch. But, you know, I get this dose of optimism and I start creating online dating profiles. I got one like recently and it started sending me emails like right away. You know, he's telling me about his family, he's telling me about his boyfriend, and then all of a sudden I'm blowing him. What? No manscaping? What kind of game? I was a victim of a stag hag. Do you know what these are? These are straight men who go to gay clubs and prey on desperate, beautiful women like myself, and they need to be stopped. Yes, I hope he calls. Hold on a second. I need to look at a picture of Dan's mom. Oh, there she is. She's really beautiful. Speaking of moms, I know a lot of moms out there are being introduced to technology. That's really nice. It's beautiful. I introduced my mom to her first iPhone, and I'm teaching her how to text. And so I say to her, okay, stay on your phone, I'm gonna stay on my phone, we're gonna learn how to text. And so she's like, okay, great. And so I text her, hi mom, and then she calls me. I'm like, no, just write me back, just say hi, back. And so then I text her again, hi mom. Silence. I'm like, hi mom, question mark. And then she calls me. I go, no, I'm gonna your keyboard? Yeah, the keyboard, right? Okay, it says, see the words H, and then I, and then set. Yeah, okay, got it, perfect. So finally she gets it. And we start texting. And she says, she starts, sending me little books. Oh, I was at the VA hospital day with your grandfather, and the weather is just so nice, and I'm like, Mom, call me. She says, no, I'm gonna text you. But now my mom, she sends me pictures of Buddha with an inspirational text now that says, be kind to others, evil Lisa. Thank you. Well, that is my set. Thank you. My name is Lisa Del Sol.
International superstar with the voice of Germany. Prost!
Prost!
Yeah!
Woo!
Wow, look at that.
This or this? But I cannot see your eye line.
Keep your shirt up high.
What are you looking at? This? I see you nodding, yeah. What is the name of this show? Anyone?
Comics and Twitter.
Comics and Twitter, yeah. I am neither comic nor Twitter. I am Heino. I'm German. But I have a mind space. You want to check it out? Yeah? It's a little rusty, but it's still working. Mind space, still on there. So it's some leave, yeah? Comedy? Yeah? How am I doing for time? Yeah, it's killing it. Time. I've done 30 seconds, or I have 30 seconds. It is hot in here, yeah? Or is it just Heino? Is it you? Und Heino. What's your name? You have a name. What is it? Gretchen! Oh, that's a good name, yeah. A long time ago, I was fetching the Gretchen. Maybe tonight after the show. If you lose the Schwetter man. Oh, you bit Schwetter? Yeah? Tinder date tonight? There's going to be a fire. The exits are that way or that way. Yeah. You know, if you have another friend, not him, you can call Heino. I can make love on 2 fronts. Yeah. Killing it. So, the World Cup is in full swing, yeah?
Full string.
There it is. World Cup. Yeah.
We should have tied it.
Now my ball is in play. Are you ready? Handball. What's your name? I'm writing you up. Thomas? With 2 S? What's your number?
1.
Okay. Go out for the remainder of the tournament. Mein ball. Good. You have the World Cup fever, Thomas? Yeah? Who is your side? Who is your team? Brazil! Oh, you like it hot, yeah? What about you, Fraulein? Show me your side. Who is your side? Show me your side. No side. Show me your backside. Yeah, oh. I do not have a red card for you. I have a purple heart. Yeah. The World Cup is pure emotion in uber slow motion, yeah, yeah? Now it's good times when it's slow, when they replay it. Not have I seen so many faces of anguish and ecstasy, except for that time I rented Ash Traffic Volume 4. Yeah? It is a rental, not for owning. Let me check my notes. E flat.
Yeah.
A long time ago in Germany, far, far away, before I was an international superstar, sex symbol, I was into a different game, yeah? You know what game I'm talking about? It's a rap game. Yeah. And I had a crew. Yeah. It was an U-boat crew. Yeah. We used to search and destroy Gretchen. Yeah, we did. You know what we destroyed? Booty. Das Booty. Yeah. And I'm going to rap to you about it right now. Achtung, brace yourself. Drop the beat, my DJ. Here we go. I'm down. Das Heilungspractice Town. Yeah, I'm the captain of this funky vessel and you must do your duty. I order you on the dance floor, shake that booty. From the west side to the east of Berlin, tear down the wall and start partying. If you're you, a gypsy or a Lutheran, you can get down, it's no sin. Yeah, funky, after a couple of years, who doesn't bet, I start to feel the side effects. Lots of Fräulein want mein Sex, but it's a blitzkrieg booty I love to annex. Yeah, I am rapping, and I do it well, but I want some buttocks bouncing, schnell, raise the roof and a little hell. But we have to get nasty, oh well. Here comes Heino, I am diving into the water. Come on, Fräulein, shake das booty. Yeah, you're the booty. I must torpedo you. It's my duty, right in the booty. 1, 2, 3. Come on, people, give it a try. Take your hands out of your pockets. Time to beat 2 rockets. Fräulein from Munich, Berlin, Dresden, Frankfurt. Even the Fraus, I make them squirt. So go on and get yourself a babysitter, cause I rock the mic better than Hitler. It is true, even no rocker. So what will you do? Me and my crew come for you. You must surrender or else you've had it. Cause you can't hide that booty in the attic. Come on, Sweater. You must get it on the dance floor. Dance me, Heino, one time. Yeah, let's see what moves you got. Yeah. Come on, Sweater. Get that booty. Yeah, this is your booty. I must torpedo you. It's my booty. Right in the booty. So now you know and you realize when it comes to the party, I am the Kaiser. And on the U-boat, I am the Weiser. Und wenn I get so funky beat, ist der Scheiße, ja?
Whoa!
Prost. I know it's us. I have to piss. Cheers!
How's everyone doing? Can we hear it for all of Daryl and all the talent you're seeing tonight? Daryl talked about being awkward, and I could totally relate to that. Anyone else here awkward as fuck?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone else is a smooth motherfucker?
What do you think of that?
If you want to test me, come up after, and we'll share an awkward handshake and a disjointed conversation. I'm definitely find handshakes difficult. Like, for instance, I never know whether to go with a standard businessman handshake or like the cool guy handshake with a finger grab, or like when to use my penis. The last one's tricky for sure, but you get that right, and it's fucking awesome. So yeah, more about me being awkward. I'm on my way home from work the other day, and I got a text from my beautiful wife, and she said, "Can you pick up some taco shells and some ground beef? And we have lettuce and sour cream, so don't worry about that. But could you get some pads for me?" So I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll buy whatever at the store. I don't care." But where I ran into trouble was, when I got in front of the fucking pad wall, and there's like 5 different brands, and some have wings, and there's overnights, and I don't want to make another trip, right? So I stopped an employee, and I'm like, I explained my dilemma, and I looked at her and I said, "Well, what size are you?" Which was, the wrong thing to say, so I backpedaled, and I apologized, and I still needed help though, so I took out my phone and showed her a picture of my wife's vagina. I'm like, "What size is that?" So then they escorted me out of the store. "You guys like my wife's vagina? Okay." So I have learned a thing or two about being in a relationship. Okay, maybe I've learned one thing, and that is, to have a successful relationship, I think it's important to eat her like your plane crashed in the Andes. You gotta eat that pussy like it's keeping you alive. Yeah, but enough about my wife's vagina. Okay, one more about my wife's vagina. She does these Kegel exercises, you know what I'm talking about? The whole clench and release thing. It's supposed to tighten you up. I guess it's working. Like, just the other day I was saying to her, I was like, "Honey, can you please let me go?" Yeah, well, there it is. We've been married for 13 years, and that's pretty amazing. And we're a remarkable couple in that we never fight, believe it or not. We do frequently sit down to discuss all the shit that I fuck up, but we never fight. She'll be like, "I just want to make sure we're on the same page here," and I'll be like, "Do you mean page 69? And that particular time she didn't mean page 69. We've got 2 beautiful children, and they're just the best, and both born by C-section, if you know what I'm talking about. Right on. Some of you know, others, that means that no big baby head got pushed out of her vagina, so good news, right? But yeah, there are challenges to being a parent, and one of them is financial. I mean, they'll just, they cost a lot of money. Any other parents here?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. So, like, I can't afford to gamble. For me, it's enough to, like, try and use a bank machine. I call it debit card roulette, and I'll go out, put my card in, and enter my code, and ask for some money. And while it's thinking about it, I'm like, "Come on, $20. Come on, motherfucker." And usually I get mad and punch the machine and walk away. But this one time it actually gave me some money, and a helpful message popped up as well. It said, "Why don't you go into the branch and talk to your financial advisor about your retirement plan?" So I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, bank machine. That's a great idea." And went in and sat down with Barbara, and we quickly determined that my retirement plan is to work 2 jobs until I'm dead. So I grabbed some mints, and then I was escorted out of the bank. The other difficult thing about having kids is all the crap TV that you have to watch. Anyone familiar with Dora the Explorer?
Oh,
Yeah. So if you don't know, basically Dora has this magic backpack with, whatever you might need, she's got it inside for you. But every show she gets robbed by this fox. So, it makes me think, why doesn't she just change it up, go into the backpack earlier and like pull out like some mace or like a handgun or probably a machete, right? Or maybe even a cell phone to fucking call the cops. But, any of those would put a stop to that, scenario anyways. Swiper, no motherfucking swiping. And he's not doing that anymore, And then there's the Wiggles. Have you seen the Wiggles? Basically, yeah, if, the good thing about the Wiggles right now that I like is that there's a female Wiggle, which is great, because I don't have to feel so creepy jerking off to the Wiggles. And then there's Caillou. Have you seen Caillou? Are you familiar with Caillou? The guy's the fucking worst, right? Caillou's the fucking worst. And, if you don't know who Caillou is, basically he's like Charlie Brown's retarded cousin. It's true story. It's not all bad though. There is this one show that he's been getting into lately, and I've been watching it. It's actually pretty good. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but he's been watching a show called Game of Thrones. 4-year-old loves Game of Thrones. I'll be like, yeah, it makes me up my gin and tonic. It's Game of Thrones time. Yeah, anyways, there we go. What are we gonna do? So, sometimes when I'm at work, I imagine, I'm anywhere else, and, sometimes I'll think, I wish I was a bird, and if I was a bird, I'd probably fly over my boss's car and I'd shit on his windshield. But anyone relate to that? If you were a bird, that's what you do, right? But I'm not a bird though, so I had to climb up and squat. I looked over and there's Martha from accounting, all shocked and horrified. And I'm like, Martha, you breathe a word of this.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you guys coming out here tonight. And you're wearing that sweater from I can appreciate that. I just like coming out to a room where people actually, you guys came out to see comedy. You're sitting down. Doesn't always happen like that. Like I did a show that was outdoor at a fair in Cornwall. Like separately, that's terrible, right? Put it all together, it's a comedy apocalypse. But the lady that hired me, like, it was literally like a guy you could walk up, like, where you are, the stage is about this high, there's no seats, and you'd be eating cotton candy and just fucking stare at me for about 30 seconds, and then just walk away. Okay, that was what I had to do. I just stood up there, and I was like, but the lady that hired me, she's like, you can swear, you can say whatever you want. I'm like, well, I'm not going to swear because there's kids walking all around. But I swore once. I said shit. And that's because I realized I was at a fair in Cornwall. And as soon as I said it, all of these teenagers started covering their children's ears. You're a horrible person. Cornwall. I live in Kingston. Kingston's a nice spot. Or you just clap randomly.
No, Kingston's good.
What's that?
I think Kingston's good.
Oh yeah, shit. No, I know you. That's one of those weird things that my neighbor came out to the show and she's like, oh, I want to support you in Toronto, and this is really fucking weird. She's there right now clapping for Kingston.
Okay, yay, Brian!
Yeah, exactly. She's that weirdo. So I gotta put out. If I bomb tonight, folks, it's gonna be really awkward because our kids go to the same class. We walk to the same place every day, so this is weird. So even if I bomb, just laugh. And she'll be like, oh, that was great. But in Kingston, I moved there, and like, I try to be, you know, nice. That's how the Kingstonians are.
Kingstonians.
I like that. I found this BlackBerry when I went to H&R Block. And H&R Block is like a tax place. And I was there because I hadn't done my taxes in 10 years. And the reason being is because like 10 years ago I went there and they said, you owe $1,100. And I was like, well, fuck, I'm never doing that again. You gotta do it. And so I found this BlackBerry and I want to return it to its owner. And so I checked to see if there was contact information, and there was. And there was a text message and it said, from Mom. It's like, okay. And it said, how are you? I was like, well, I'm trying to be nice, but I could have a little fun with this, right? So I wrote back. I said, not so good, Mom. I lost my phone. That was my message. And she sent me a message back. Said, oh, where'd you lose it? I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, I know where she's coming from. Like, my mom would do the exact same thing, right? Like, my mom would send me emails going like, I can't connect to the internet. But my mom sent me a really cute email. It said, Dear Brain, my name's Brian. And it said, your cousin Brenda had a baby boy. Just so you know, there's a few complications, but the baby's okay and Brenda's okay. LOL. Like my reaction, I was like, did she zing me? Maybe she doesn't like Brenda. I mean, I don't know. And so I called her, and you know what she thought LOL meant? Not that, the fucking bullshit the guy that yelled at there. Yeah, lots of love, which is cute, but completely incorrect. Like, I hope she's not putting these in her Hallmark cards or something, you know what I mean? Sorry about your loss. LOL, Bonnie. I'm glad to be here. I took the train down to Toronto because I had to turn my car in. I had a 2003 Pontiac Vibe, and I had to throw it into the garbage. I did, yeah, honest to God's truth. And it was this, I don't even know how to talk about it in comedy. Like, maybe if, I thought, honestly, like when they said you're playing the theater, I thought we were playing over there. And I didn't think they were throwing it up here. But I'll just tell you why I had to turn in my car. I haven't talked about it yet, but my buddy shit in my car. Not a good buddy, right? Is that what you're saying? Like, it literally, I mean, I was the designated driver. Doesn't happen too often. I fucking heard that. Doesn't happen too often that I'm the designated driver. And I'm like, I have to drive these people home. And it was literally my buddies in Kingston. Kingston's not a very big city, but it was, you know, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to drive these people home. We're going to be good to go. We do this switcheroo. And I dropped, there was 3 guys. 2 guys just got out of the car, said thank you very much. The 3rd guy, I dropped off, and he just scooted out of the car. Didn't say anything. And then I started to drive home. And I drove home, and there was a smell in the car. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this sucks, right? Like, it's just the smell. And I was like, maybe I drove by, like, a cow manure patch or something like that. And so I rolled down the window, and the smell went away, and I rolled it back up, and the smell came back. And it was like a horror movie. It was like, the smells from inside the car. Right? And so, like, I was sitting there, and the guy, like, I was by myself, and, you know, like, I pulled over, I went to Petro-Canada, I got Windex, and I didn't know what to do. Like, I just shoved, because I looked at the seat, and there was just, like, a wet spot on the seat, and I was like, fuck, this guy, like, shit in my car. My friend. And I didn't know what to do, so I called him up. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, they don't shit in the car at 4 p.m. It's kind of like when they were dropping off. And he was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, did you shit in my car? And he's like, oh, man, I'm so sorry. I was like, really? Like, why didn't you tell me? And he's like, well, I didn't think it went through the seat, you know? And I was like, fuck, like, this is the worst thing that a buddy can do. Like, if you do the math, like, if there was, let's say there was 2 guys in my car, okay? There's a guy in the back seat going, hey, Brian, I had sex with your wife, and blah, blah, blah. And the guy in the passenger seat said, hey, Brian, I shit in your car. I would turn to the back seat and go, hold on a second. What the fuck did you just say? Are you guys married?
They got awkward quick.
You just... Yeah, fuck we are, yeah. Are you? Are you?
Maybe.
Are you? Together? She shook her head. Are you guys like that? Are you together? Do you like say stuff out loud or? No, like really, he hasn't said anything out loud. Right? What's your name, sir?
Likes to dance.
Joe. Okay, that sounds completely fucking made up. I guess you're Marie.
It's Gretchen.
Oh, Gretchen. Oh shit, I should have known that, right? People were just shutting up from the back like I'm an idiot. That's Gretchen, you fucking moron. Did you know that was Joe? Yeah, no, you didn't, you asshole.
That's a Joe sweater.
Joe, see, we don't get no respect, right? Fuck yourself. No, don't fuck yourself. Or maybe, I'm not sure. Come here. Joe, are you ready? Have you seen The Gladiator? You've never seen The Gladiator? Really? Fuck you, Joe. You? Your name is Tom. And I know you from Twitter. So I don't want to talk to you. Gretchen, have you seen Gladiator? You have? Like, how are you guys, like, how long have you guys been together? No, with Joe. Like, don't look at Tom. Like, you would... 30 years. Okay, cool. Introduce him to Gladiator next time, like next time you want to do a thing. Joe's just looking at me like he's like one of the guys from what was it, Donnie Brasco? Yeah, but you're not one of the cool guys. You're one of the guys that hung at the end. How was that mean? How was that? It was. Have you seen Donnie Brasco? Like where they get Joe? Okay, next time don't wear a sweater. You'll be the coolest guy in the fucking bar. Okay, there's a girl that will sleep with you, no problem. She's about 3 chairs behind you. That has daddy issues, I think she's talking about right now. So these things, do you do Twitter, Joe? I guess that. So some of these work out, some of these don't. Like I make them into bits and shit like that. But some of them don't turn into bits. They just kind of stay here and You might die in Toronto. But you're going to be the guy. So in, no, you're not. Fuck you. You know how it works, like where they stick the hand out? And they put the thumb up or down? Up or down? You remember that? Are you ready to do that? I don't care if the joke bombs. You just have to let me know if it. You're completely responsible if I ever read these again. You ready? Now look at your husband. He doesn't give a fuck what happens. He's good though. He knows what's going on. My wife told me not to say anything about her friend's lazy eye, so I made sure to give numerous compliments on her super athletic one. You ever have garbage in one hand, but you accidentally throw the thing that you want in your other hand? LOL. Anyways, the baby's okay. You put it down? Oh, fuck. I ran over a vegan with the lawnmower, and now our garden is starting to bloom. I did not know how to vote. Well, I don't know if I like that or not. Is that kind of racist? Oh. What the fuck? You voted that down like that? You would have voted that out, right? But you're not part of the game. Which is unfortunate. I asked a resident at my grandmother's retirement home if the place had Wi-Fi, and the man said, "I think that's him," and pointed to an Asian guy. And somebody agreed back there. When my wife's having a bad day, I program the weight scale 5 pounds lower, so it'll cheer her up. When she's condescending, it goes up 40. Yes, I have measured down there. And ladies, I don't mean to brag, but my testicles are half a cup. Seriously, why would you laugh and then not?
Same sense your balls Gretchen is busting his cup of balls.
Say that out loud.
Gretchen's busting your cup of balls.
Gretchen's busting my cup of balls.
It's a half a cup, but it's half full. Yeah,
it's half full. Okay. It's an optimist. Why wouldn't you give the thumbs up? You got an optimist. How many kids do you have, Gretchen? One? Is he or she here tonight? How old's your kid? 19. Shit, she speaks. This is good. Okay, 19. Oh, and this guy's giving me a blue light.
Yeah. Those are very nice shoes. Hi guys, you all have nice shoes. You have fantastic shoes. Those are so green. Hi guys. Yeah, give it up for Brian Hope one more time. The best president and driver. Give it up. The best president and driver in the house. You're the best one. Guys, so Lisa said that you've been to three tweetups. This is my third as well. We're running around doing these shows, and they're pretty fucking weird. They're weird. They're awesome, but they're weird. Mostly because of this table. Hi guys. Tom, how are you? John, is it? You're also good. Great, I like it. Yeah, the tweetups are weird, but so's everything. Everything's weird. Everything's weird. Like, it's weird to me that so many of my ancestors were sepia tone. I don't get it. I look around, I do not see any rusty brown colored relatives. We don't have any brown girls at the family reunions. You know what I mean? We got cousin Dottie, but her mom hired that Filipino pool boy. You know what I'm talking about. We know what's going on there. Weird shit. Weird shit. Yeah, it's weird. Like, there is a lot of weird stuff that just doesn't quite add up. Like, for instance, how is it possible that Tampax and Hershey's have never released a combo pack? That's just irresponsible marketing, right, Judy? She agrees. Society needs that product, people. My household needs it. Next week, actually. Let's get on it, science. Where you at? What's going on? Or why is it that pandemonium almost never involves pandas? Guys, that one makes me sad. It does. It makes me sad. I feel like we're missing out on like the world's most adorable catastrophe. You know what I mean? I like to just sit back, sort of imagine the newscast on that one. I wish they still had that music for newscast. Tonight in Miami, it's pandemonium. There's pandas everywhere. The Bamboo Bar and Grill is being torn to pieces at a rather slow rate and in a tumbling fashion. What's this? Ladies and gentlemen, the pandas have found the cocaine. That's the world I want to live in. You know, that's what I want to see on the news. But no, we flip on our news and what do we get? The voice of Sesame Street's Elmo molests 5 teenagers. Elmo, what are you? I know you're supposed to be cuddly, but this is a bit much, man. Like, why? Guys, while we're on the topic, and you're all so involved, we want to make sure everyone knows this. This is very important, guys. A blowjob from a Muppet. No, that's a hand job from a Muppeteer, guys. Okay? Yeah, there's a hand in there, and it's doing the job. Okay? You might think you're getting a sweet beach from Miss Piggy, but no, that's the Elmo guy. He's gonna jerk you off now. That's where you live. That's it. That's it. Man. So I'm from upstate New York. We got any New York in the house? He's not from there, guys. What happened to my mouth just now? But I've been living out in Los Angeles for about 10 years. We got any LA in the house? That's how we greet each other in LA too. Why is the street sparkling? It's really fun. You should come. But everybody drives a car everywhere they go in LA. You're always in a car. You're always driving. I see a lot of billboards. I've been seeing a lot lately. I saw a couple here in Canada as well, advocating against using your cell phone while driving. Boo, I know, these guys. But I mean, it's good that they have them. I mean, texting while driving is a very dangerous thing. A lot of people have been injured, a lot of people have been killed. You should stop doing it. But I will say this. Texting while driving would not be nearly as difficult if I didn't have to watch for cops while I was doing it. You know? Like, you're sort of shooting me in the foot here, officer. Like, this is hard enough. This is way harder. I'd blame you. We're split the fine. But you can't trust people with doing things like that. Why? Because people are stupid. People are stupid. My favorite quote in the history of the world goes like this. A person is smart. People are dumb. Yeah, let that sink in, guys. Yeah. That's from the great Tommy Lee Jones, Men in Black 1. 1997, but it still resonates, you know what I mean? But people are dumb. People are stupid. Like, we can do great things. You know, we built this theater, we built automobiles. Somebody printed Tom's shirt, did a great job. Someone knitted John's sweater, did okay. We can do all this cool stuff, but then, you know, like, we can make super glue. Super glue's awesome. I'm gonna take this thing, and I'm gonna stick this other thing to it. Now these things are gonna stay stuck. Even if those things are made of my flesh. Oh my God, I'm the smartest idiot. God damn it. Like, If you put 3 drops of super glue on your fingers, you will pay attention to nothing else in the world for 2.5 hours. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You'll be in for your doctoral examination. You'll be given the oral presentation and other things that sound like those words. Sorry, I did a rap battle last night. I can't get out of my head. You'll be applying for your doctorate. You'll just be in there and say, well, in my professional opinion, the patient really exacerbated the circumstances. And now you're an idiot who's not a doctor. You're already an idiot, now you're not a doctor. Or you're driving. You're driving down the road, you know, I'm going to send this tweet real quick. Boom, send. Yeah, well, you get 10 stars on that for sure. Yeah, some guy cuts you off. Hey, what the hell? Now you're a dead idiot who's also not a doctor. People are dumb. People are dumb. You guys ate a ton of chips tonight. Holy shit! Wow. Is it cheat day time? This is not. This doesn't count part of the diet. I'm on vacation. I came all the way out from Hamilton. I do what I want. London? Yeah. Speaking of idiots, how about that Michael Bay, huh? You guys watch those moving pictures? You do the feature films? Luke, I can't get over your shoes. Put them away. Can't do it. Go over here. Too bright. Michael Bay, man, we got a big summer blockbuster season coming up. He's got a new Transformers movie. Transformers 4 with the Dinobots. Those are dinosaur robots. Robot dinosaurs. Dinobots. That's awesome. Let's be honest. It's really cool. It's great. It's neat. But next, Michael Bay is going to ruin another one of our childhood memories with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Yeah, it's sad. That looks like a fat piece of shit to me. $200 million fat piece of shit. But I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about those movies, and I'm relatively confident that if the Dinobots, you with me, John? Dinobots, dinosaur robots. If they were to battle the Ninja Turtles, I'm pretty sure I would still not have a girlfriend. Look, I don't think that would. I think it's messed up. All right, closet nerd sneak pussy too, guys. Okay, right, Luke? I mean, Luke's out of that particular closet. No, I do actually have a girlfriend. Yeah, no big deal, guys. I have a Canadian girlfriend. She's Canadian. She's been living with me out in Los Angeles for 5 years now, and she still gives me temperatures in Celsius. Now look, I know America's the one that does that wrong. I know we use the thing that we just made up. It doesn't make any sense. The numbers are just, yeah, it's like 30, I don't know, 100, no. I know that that's our problem. But at what point is she going to convert? Because 34 degrees does not sound like beach weather. What are we doing? I can't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Man, she's so Canadian that she's actually really, really nice to Siri. She'll say please and thank you every single time. I feel like a lot of you in the audience are like, of course you would. Yeah, be nice. Okay. But she actually apologizes on my behalf for when I call Siri a dipshit robo-whore. Which is nice. I feel like she's saving us both from the robo-apocalypse, so that's good. That's good. There's something hilarious in the stairwell. My girlfriend's actually here. She's with me here in Canada this week. Yeah, which means no strip clubs for me, guys. I hear you guys have good strip clubs here in Toronto. Some of the best in the world. Is that the case? Anyone see the boobies? Where's Shirk? Did Shirk leave to go to a strip club? There he is.
Yeah.
Oh, there's his two. I hear they're good. Before I came, we have strippers in Los Angeles as well. The tough part there is figuring out which ones are not strippers, because the sluttiness, guys. But I saw a couple. I saw a couple before leaving for Canada this week. A couple of off-duty strippers. Well, that's a happy find, isn't it, John? You know what I'm saying? He knows, guys. I was very intrigued by what they were doing because they're glittery tits. Turns out they were sitting in a Starbucks and they were updating their resumes. Their stripper resumes. So yeah, guys, that's the thing. That's real. I figured you just walk in and some guy's like, name's Carl, like, show me your tits. Yep, your name's Mercedes, you're up next. Bam, you got a career. But no, there's actually an interview process, it turns out. So we were talking about what's going into their resume. My favorite thing on the stripper resume was this girl was a level 6 booby tassel spinner. Level 6! I don't know the levels. It seems high. It seemed pretty high to me. I don't know. The most frightening thing that she was at least considering putting on there was that she was excellent at abortions. I don't know if, I guess it's quality over quantity. I hope. I don't know. But a lot of the other stuff that she was putting on there, it was more like stories than it was qualifications. One girl was from Toronto, and she said when she was stripping in Canada, she learned how to pick up a loony using only her vagina. Which is unsanitary. We should leave it off. Even, like, honestly, even the guys that want to see that, they don't want to read about it. You know? Just leave it. Omit. Show me later. I'll look, but omit. You know what I mean? She also said that she had never shit herself on stage, ever, no matter how much cheap cocaine she did. I was like, is this a resume or a Tinder profile? Come to work and write. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. My girlfriend's in the room. Guys, I forgot. I'm the last joke. Okay. There's got to be great advantages to dating a stripper, though, right? Obviously, you might be jealous and whatnot. Things might be weird, but it's got to be advantages, you know? Like when she comes home at night, you know, that money falls out of her bra and panties. It's going to add up, you know what I mean? You know? You got the sex. I hear they're good at that. I don't know why, but I guess they're good. The thing I would look forward to most is the bring your me to work day. That would, you know what I'm saying? Well, that'd be fun. I'd be in, I'm here with Daphne. Yeah. Bonerific. Bonerific is what it would be. What else would you get? I mean, you'd get the herpes. You'd get that. That's a bonus. Oh, and you never have to worry about meeting your father, because, yeah, he doesn't exist. So he's not around. He's not there, guys. He's not there. But dating a Canadian is interesting. It's fun. We have a lot in common, being fellow North Americans, but a lot of things are different. There's a bit more of a language barrier than I had foreseen. I had to break down a word the other day that she was unsure on, and I was like, look, it's pretty simple. It's orgasm, not and-gasm. We'll get you next time, babe. We never do, Luke. Never do. No, man. Words suck, though, right? No, we all love words, but they're weird. There's a few words that I hate, like napkin. Napkin. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate cleanliness or tidiness like you guys with the chips. We're not from the same cloth, all right? Again, I'm looking at that shirt. Is that cotton? A little bit of cotton. Oh, napkins, yeah. Napkins suck because it's misleading. Because napkins are not related to naps at all. None. And let's be honest, at this point in my life, if it's not related to a nap, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. If your thing you're talking about is not sleeping in some comfy sheets in the afternoon, I'm not interested. And I'm going to go find out where this guy bought those goddamn green shoes. I'm going to find out. What size were those? Do you buy a lot of different size shoes, Luke? Yes. All right, cool. I like it. What else is weird? Labia. Guys, labia. Labia. Yo, labia, rap, yo. Guys, I don't have a labia rap. Stop talking about it on Pinterest. It's not going to happen with the negativity I'm feeling in the room. Labia is great, but labia is actually both the plural as well as singular form of that word. You know, like deer. You know, a deer, some deer. You get it. So if one of your buddies were to just mention deer labia, just in casual conversation, that person could literally be talking about an infinite number of woodland vaginas. And it's too much. That is too much deer pussy for one man. That venison vag is everywhere. Get out of my kitchen. I'm not cooking it. Seriously, Lisa, will you put Luke's shoes on? I'm not trying to look at you. Son of a bitch. Not everything's terrible. Some things are great. Like theater past Mariah, am I right? Give it up for the French place. Thanks for having us. I heard somebody asked our designated driver from Brian Hope yesterday where the show was today. And his answer was, it's French! So that was after 6 p.m. Then it was after that. But again, not everything's terrible. Like, some things are designed really well. Like tea, for instance. Tea. Now, tea is designed okay, but drink the other thing. The tea I think will tell you everything you need to know about a place. You know, like think about England. Their tea, oh, England, very proper, right? Or the southern states, they're so sweet with their accents, and they don't know how to spell the words in the sweet tea. You know what I mean? That's great. And then Long Island, well, they'll just rape you, I guess. Yeah, don't drink that with your mouth. I think that monarch butterflies are cool. I don't know if you know this, monarch butterflies are just enchanted Doritos, guys. Yeah. They lose a little crunchiness in the transformation, but they're good. They're good. Chew them down. Put them in some ranch. Okay. Poutine? Put them in some gravy. Where am I? All right. But I think some of the best designed things out there, of course, are drugs. Right? Give it up for drugs. It's an awkward clap, and it's understandable. I'm not saying you should do all the pills, but we spend millions of dollars on pills. They better work, right? But then you think about things like this popular one the kids are doing with the marijuana, the weed drugs. You guys know about it. You guys know about it with the goddamn chips and the giggles. Right? No, but weed is a funny thing because it'll make comedy funnier. It'll make food deliciouser. It'll make people say words like that. Look, I don't know all the rules. But marijuana helped me out with a bout that I had with anorexia. It's true, I appreciate that. I was anorexic for a time, guys, and I'll tell you, it was the hardest lunch I ever skipped. I made it to about 5.5 hours. I'm like, nope, not for me. I'm a food guy for life. Food guy, all the time. Well, yeah. This has been really cool, but I might stage dive down there, guys. You're not totally convincing me not to do that. You're not. Oh, man. Thank you for coming out here tonight, everybody. It's been super. Our front row, give it up for the couple of 30 consecutive years. Oh, my goodness. You guys probably haven't seen it, but shirts. Oh, God. Damn it. All of the comics you saw tonight were Isaac, Joseph, and our lovely host, Daryl. He's lovely, isn't he? He's a very pretty man. I don't think he has enough followers, so I'm going to follow him home. Yes. Lisa, you were also wonderful. I remembered that I didn't say your name. If you were wearing the goddamn green shoes, I wouldn't have forgot. Guys, I've been yelling a lot and it's warm up here, so I'm going to go. But thank you so much for coming.